Wow. Young Keiji. Barely looks like the same person. There's more life in his eyes. I'm Keiji Shinogi. I've been assigned here starting this week. It's good to meet you. Good to meet you too. I'm Megumi Sasahara. I suppose this makes me your trainer. Well, pretty impressive for your age, Shinogi. Yes, ma'am. But you might be a bit too serious. Even if you have stamina, you have to think about how to spend it, or it won't last. I heard you were rather elite, Miss Megumi. Why would you, serve as a trainer for the likes of me? I wonder indeed. I have high hopes for you. Yes, ma'am. But then came the day of my nightmares. I shot a person, the criminal in a certain case. Miss Megumi. What? Why am I not being punished? I've killed a person. In self-defense, yes. But the criminal wasn't even holding a weapon. That's just what the law says. You've done nothing wrong. Miss Megumi, I heard you made a backroom deal. So what? Get back to your duty. You're police. She's the benefactor who protected me. I'll never forget it. I owed her the worst kind of debt. Left her to die. No, But I killed her. Megumi. Mr. Policeman, get a hold of yourself, meow. Sorry for keeping quiet, everyone. Truth is, your friendly policeman's not a policeman anymore. Keiji, I'm surprised. What a dangerous individual we've had lurking in our midst. If you vote for me, I won't complain. No! Everyone. Speaking of voting, I think it's about time to decide who you'll vote for and which four should enter the final round. Meow? No way! That was way too quick. Well, you need time to work out the card trades this time, you see. Precisely. Choosing a victim without a satisfactory discussion is not an outcome we desire either. What do we do? I don't want to suspect, but Q-taro, So, Keiji, you three are pretty sketchy. Hold up. Don't we need one more person, though? Troubling, huh? If it's down to 3 options, it'll make our choices that much narrower. We gotta suspect someone again? Then maybe it's better to think of who to leave out from the final vote. Meow. Who to leave out. That's a good idea, actually. Gin, thank you. Really? Woof. If you aren't chosen in the preliminary vote and are dropped out, because you can no longer be chosen, there's no need to lie anymore. That might be one of our greatest allies. Of course, if you're the sacrifice, it works against you. Got it. Woof. Let's talk about who we want to leave out. Meow. I think Big Sister should be left out. Meow. Because she's super dependable for reasoning. Woof. We should leave out someone with lots of tokens. Like Kyotaro. How about we leave out Gin, since he doesn't have any tokens? We shouldn't be selecting Gin or Kana. Sacrificing a kid's no good at all. I agree with you. 100%. So should be left out. I mean, didn't he say he was the sacrifice to start? But isn't that his intention? I have to say, I'd be glad if Sarah was left out. Right, if we're leaving someone out, I think I'd say Miss Sarah too. There's been a bunch of card trading this time. It's possible Kyotaro with all his tokens was involved with at least one trade. And him giving his tokens to So, that subject could really influence the discussion. We should leave him out to extract info. My reason, because you're the one I want to live the most. My heart. Hana, you are too precious. You are too precious, too pure. I will protect you at all costs. You and Gin both, of course. No matter what. So my cat is on my lap right now, and she just rolled over and almost rolled off my leg and almost like just basically took my flesh with her claws. But thankfully I stopped her from rolling at the last second, but I saw my life flash before my eyes. I ain't trying to look like a good person. I just feel like once we lose our sensibilities, we're gonna turn into demons. If it's gonna come to that, then pick me, Sarah. Are card trades allowed to happen in the middle of... They couldn't be, right? Right. If we're leaving someone out, I'd say Miss Sarah too, because you're cute. What did you think I was gonna say? When our escape failed, I looked at you and had a thought. She's acting kind of strange. You had this desperate look, as if you had the sacrifice. And on top of that, a last-minute trade right after our escape failed. Just a tad suspicious, isn't it? I want to know the truth about you, Miss Sarah. I'm a commoner now, unfortunately for you, but that was a good observation, man. But also, if you hacked the card data, you would know that we're the sacrifice. It's because so's the sacrifice that he's saying such a rotten shit. If he spouts suspicious stuff and loses our trust, he can get us to vote for him. Leave him out and his heart should calm down. But I wonder if just leaving him out will make him say what he's really thinking. For an ally, he's a real pain, huh? Sure is. Just listen, the best person to leave out is someone who's very likely to have the sacrifice. If the sacrifice comes around to you, you can trade it away if you have tokens, right? But Gin has 0 tokens. If Gin had the sacrifice, even once, he wouldn't be able to trade it. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I hope he's not. And so there's a high chance he's the sacrifice. And also, I swore to protect Big Sis Sarah, meow. Gin, I believe in you, meow. Think Big Sis Sarah should be left out. Gin had the sacrifice. So should be left out. I'd have to say I'd be glad if Sarah was left out. We shouldn't be selecting Gin or Kana. Sacrificing a kid's no good at all. A last-minute trade right after our escape failed. What's up with you, Q-taro? Q-taro, is something the matter? There being a trade just before the main game. Is that true? Huh? It's true. Yes, it's true. Which means, yeah, just maybe. I figured out who's got the sacrifice. Meow? What? How could you possibly know from what we just... Kyotaro. I know. Everybody, listen up. I'm the Keymaster. Huh? Yeah, I'm daring to say it before voting. What's all this all of a sudden? I can't tell where you're going with this. You would say that, huh, Sarah? Huh? I'm sorry for taking that Keymaster from you. Does he mean... The sacrifice card you got sent was mine, Sarah. I see. So I was right when I mentioned that earlier in the discussion about him being knocked out then, huh? Shoot. It's Kyotaro who sent me the sacrifice? And you've still got the sacrifice now, ain't that right? What's he talking about? I have a commoner card now. Kyutaro's making a false accusation here. Stay calm. What do I do? Make use of what? You really think I'm the sacrifice?
Yeah.
Then just leave me out of the vote. Oh, that's what he was talking about. But no, I'm the commoner now. But yeah, we can make use of that.
Don't be misled, guys. The sacrifice gets 2 votes. If she puts those 2 votes toward herself, she's getting selected. In other words, if I'm not selected, that will be proof.
Either way, nobody vote for Miss Sarah and we'll have proof. I would like that, but...
It's about time we proceed with the vote.
Please wait. Can we decide on such an important vote with so much still unclear? Oh, we just can't sort it out in such a short amount of time. Gah, what should we do? The victim's gonna be one of the ones we nominate, remember? We really should discuss some more.
You sure don't know when to give up.
Time is up. Please select the 4 who will remain in the final vote. Enter your votes, please. Please choose who to vote for. I really do not think so is the sacrifice. I'm gonna be real. So, it's these 3 being voted, yes? I'm not comfortable voting anyone else. What's good, so? All votes have been received. Displaying results. Keiji, Kana... Kana? Why Kana in now? Keiji and So, I understand. But... One of these 2 is the sacrifice, then. That or the sacrifice just didn't vote for themselves, but I doubt it. The first vote is over, and I wasn't chosen. Relief. I can feel my strained nerves loosening. But why these 4?
Sarah, you.
It's just like I said. I'm not the sacrifice. I'm a commoner.
4 will advance to the final vote. So Hiyori. Kana Kizuchi. Keiji Shinogi. Now Egokuro.
Why me? This isn't right. I know this to spare myself. You can't want to have a conversation when you feel like this, which is why it's my role to inspire them, like Keiji did for me in the first main game. Lift your heads up! We've always done what we had to do. No matter how cruel it is, you can't stop. But, Kana, we're not your enemies. Even if someone is the sacrifice, we move in the same direction. We talk and we advance the discussion. Sarah!
Right you are.
The real battle begins here. Everyone! Guess those of us who weren't picked should start. Incidentally, my role's commoner. Got that? Muscle Gorilla, it's not the time to shrivel up, meow. Let's remember the cards in order. Woof!
Yeah.
Progress. I like how it moves the dead characters up, even as if that would matter.
Now please, grasp your fate with your own hands. May you not all perish.
Now we're gonna proceed along, digging into the details of the trades. Big Sis Recco. Got it, meow. Gashu quietly sat in the chair again.
And there were 4 trades made in total. That ain't that many.
By the way, I've been a commoner the whole way. Woof. Didn't get traded with even once. Trading cards requires 50 tokens, so only so many people could make trades. Yes. I don't know who, though. Clearly these 2. him? Yeah, he traded with us.
Honestly, it's all a mess in my head. Glad we got given more time to sort it out.
We were involved in 3 trades, though, huh? Keiji traded Keymaster to us. Q-taro traded Sacrifice to us, and then someone traded Commoner to us and got the Sacrifice out of it. But who was that second trade? And who was involved in the 4th trade? What do you think, River? Meow? She stays silent. She doesn't know. My heart was pounding, wondering when I'd get past a bad card, meow. But my roll didn't change up to the very end, woof. I made it through all 5 trades, meow. It was 5. Right, because he must have been out cold for one of them, Trading cards required 50 tokens, yep. The token ranking Kyotaro had in first and Geen in last, if I heard right. Me, you, and Now were near the bottom, right? I don't think we had enough tokens to trade cards. I don't think so. But wait, all 5 trades and all 4. There's a conflict right there. Muscle Gorilla, that's wrong, meow.
What?
There were 5 trades, woof.
5? Wait, by my memory there were 3 trades. Then I heard there was one just before the main game. I get it. You misunderstood, Q-taro. There were 2 trades while you were out. I didn't remember. But yeah, probably. What? That don't make no sense.
That's our line, meow.
Sorry, but nobody's giving me an explanation. Well, that's on us.
Hey, Q-taro, when was it that you passed the Sacrifice card? During the laptop. Actually, did you have the Sacrifice card from the start?
Nah, they didn't. The first card I had was Commoner.
Okay, so someone traded you the Sacrifice. I get it. That tells me most of the trades. Yeah, no, I get that too, because it started with me and Keiji, so I'm gonna type this out into a notepad just because I want to keep it straight in my mind as well. Not that it'll super help, but trade 1, Keiji, Keymaster to Sarah. Trade 2, question mark, Sacrifice to Q-taro. Also, I should note down what everyone was as well, and he was Commoner. Sarah was also Commoner. So that means that Keiji is, unless Keiji's involved in another trade, he's a Commoner. Trade 3. Q-taro, Sacrifice to Sarah, Keymaster. Trade 4, I don't know. Trade 5, someone Commoner to Sarah, Sacrifice. There we go. And then I'll just throw this over here on my other monitor. Well, I don't have a clue, woof. Why is that, meow?
Because your friendly policeman made the first trade.
For real? Who'd you trade what?
I gave Sarah the Keymaster.
Eh?
Then what card did Sarah start with?
I have no reason to lie, but I was... No, I won't say because if I say it's a Commoner and no one else traded with Keiji, then that makes him the safe vote. That's a secret.
Sarah, you weren't nominated. Keeping secrets now is a little troubling. I'll go ahead and say it for you. Sarah started with a Commoner card.
My privacy. That's not why I did it at all. I did that to protect Keiji. You traded Keymaster for Commoner, meow?
And I deepened our trust doing it. Let's do a little sort out. In the first trade, I passed the Keymaster into Sarah's hands. In the second trade, what got traded? Someone's sacrifice in Q-taro's commoner. Exactly. Someone's sacrifice was swapped with Q-taro's commoner. And in the third trade, Sarah's Keymaster and Q-taro's sacrifice were swapped. Yep, that's what it means.
Muscle Gorilla, tell us everything you can remember, meow.
We're gonna have you tell us all the details of the third trade. Ugh.
At the time of the third trade, I was searching the first floor alone, meow, so I kinda wanna know the situation, woof.
The third trade happened while everyone was sharing the laptop.
That doesn't make sense, because Q-taro was with us. I think he wants it. No, he was awake. Well, no, he wasn't awake, but he did the fourth trade when he was pretending, or before he went out cold, and that was when it happened. Because no, trade 3, he was with us when that happened. That makes no sense. Someone else gave us the sacrifice, I think. These trades, I better keep them sorted out in my head too. You can now sort out the details of the trades. Oh, cool. So it gives me this from the start. Also, my cat just... Hi. What's up, River? You want attention? Baby. So let's get this all straight. The top row of the table is the card everyone had to start with. Those further in the right had more tokens to spend, in broad strokes at least. The next row is the cards everyone had after the first trade. Below that is after the second trade, below after the third trade, so on and so forth. The bottom row is after the fifth trade, in other words, the rolls they ended up with. Of course, this is all guesswork. I'll rework it if new information comes up. Can I reorganize it myself? No. Alright, let's get some more information. Q-taro, why aren't you talking? Because he knows it doesn't make any sense. I was off doing all this stuff by myself. Oof. I wanted to see the laptop, meow. What stuff did you do exactly? It's not relevant right now, woof. I mean, it's not, you're right. Well, I was worried because you were acting strange, Sarah. To think you'd been traded the sacrifice. Damn, Q-taro, you gonna make that trade on the spot, then act all innocent? Huh? Something strange here. Can you... No, it doesn't let me do that. Oh, there we go. Why won't you deny it, Q-taro?
What?
I mean, you need a ring-up box to trade. If he used one on the spot, shouldn't we have seen him do it? What could he have been hiding? I completely forgot about that. Yeah, that's weird. I'm like... Anyway, Q-taro. Stop avoiding the question, you asshole! Damn. I really screwed up my internal timeline for this earlier. Be as silent as you want, it's no use. Spit it all out, Q-taro.
I meant to cooperate. With Sarah. With everyone. But I got used for convenience. I'm pathetic. A pathetic adult. The third trade, my sacrifice being sent to Sarah. It wasn't me. It was So's doing.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
So knew. He knew I had the sacrifice.
Oh, can you forcibly trade other people's cards? That's interesting. I never thought about that. That's weird.
What? When everyone was sharing the laptop, So wasn't going to use the toilet. He went to use a ring-up box to trade my sacrifice and Sarah's Keymaster.
Don't know a thing about that. Wait a second. He chose 2 other people and made them trade? You can do that?
It must be possible, huh?
So you can say that with confidence.
So, isn't it about time you confess? Tell us your real reason for sharing the laptop.
Such deeply suspicious individual, Keiji. He has so many goddamn irons in the fire, always, huh? Oh, I like this color schemes.
How about I hear the truth from your mouth?
About what? Between the statements these 2 give, I should affirm correct ones or deny incorrect ones. Yep. I was on the toilet, so I couldn't either. Uh-huh. At the time, I thought he just freaking vanished because of seeing the real So Hiyori, and I thought that shook him up. But I guess not, huh? Anyway. Exactly, because he was with us.
The question is, how did you know the sacrifice?
Sheesh. Just rolling on ahead with this assumption that I knew, huh? Via hacking. Couldn't I just take a peek to do that? Via hacking. Interesting. It's an interesting proposal, but I don't think so. I think it's just from the blackmail, honestly. Exactly. What terrifying guile. I didn't do anything like that. You have proof? Now that you mention it, I'm at a loss. Yeah. No, I doubt even So could do such a thing.
Is there any other way?
Precisely. You saw it directly. Q-taro's intent was to negotiate with So. And as a condition for his trade, he showed So his sacrifice card. It's natural to think that. Such an active imagination, Miss Sarah. How about you use that imagination to consider, or how about you use that imagination to consider what the negotiation was like? Q started to negotiate outside So's bedroom door. We know this already. Yes, even So's already recognized that fact. That's right.
How did So react to Q-taro's proposition?
He must have let him in the room quickly and struck the deal. Right, he promptly invited him in to talk. Hey, you do know Q-taro despises me quite a bit. So would I really throw caution to the wind and open the door for him? No, I'm sure So was on guard. Q-taro had taken the laptop from him once before, So wouldn't let him in the room, no questions asked.
Then, did they make a deal through the door?
How amusing, I just thought of a way. Q-taro slipped the tablet under the door. That's it exactly. That's what Q-taro did to propose his deal. So must have been fairly wary of Q-taro, who could best him using force. So Q-taro informed him that he was the sacrifice in advance. Not vocally, but by showing him his tablet.
So, you had yet another objective on top of the tokens in the Sarah folder. To control the sacrifice as you wanted.
You got it. After the second trade, me and Kana were working on an escape plan. Then I heard Q-taro through the door. "Wanna make a deal," he said. I didn't care to listen, but he slid his tablet under the door. And there I saw it. Sacrifice. How brave of him to go as far as offering up info just so I'd share the laptop.
What do you know? Sarah, you saw that one-floor security footage, right? Well, it's the truth.
Thought so.
I haven't discussed my first trial, have I? It was one absurd trial, I tell you. They told me, set up the props used for the death game.
Then it's true? You set up the cards?
Yeah, of course, I didn't know what they meant yet. Once I found out, I knew Kai's fate was set. It's like I killed him. Kai took the sage card I'd just placed at random. That's why I at least wanted to get Kai's laptop back. One more time.
Such an emotional story. So that's what drove you to give me a whole 100 tokens. 100? Meow? No shit. That's enough for 2 trades. But you left yourself enough for just 1 trade. How cunning. Pretending to risk your life, but not forgetting to protect yourself. It's a smart thing to do. What a dirty adult you are.
Say again?
All told, you left yourself an escape route. If you were in a pickle, you could pass the sacrifice away from yourself. That's why I decided to act first and send the sacrifice to someone else. To Miss Sarah, always thinking of her allies. Is that the truth of the 3rd trade? I was hopeful it might make you tear off your sheep's clothing. Why does he do all this to me? But you went above and beyond my expectations. Huh? The 4th trade was you, wasn't it, Miss Sarah? What are you talking about? I mean, the sacrifice is what killed Joe, yes? I didn't have any tokens. You all know that. I didn't even have enough tokens. I couldn't do any trades. No tokens. That's hard to believe. Quiet, loner. I was with Sarah, for the first, Big Sarah for the 4th trade. Well, yes, this is when it happened, I forgot. So was I. Sarah didn't do any trade then. Well then, it must have been an ally who did it for you. Keiji, you took the sacrifice from Miss Sarah, didn't you? What? What's the meaning of this? It's really very simple. The 2 of them were accomplices. I don't doubt that Keiji did the trade for us, but that was during the 5th trade, not the 4th. Ahem? Miss Sarah and Keiji formed a terrifying plan involving the sacrifice. To achieve victory in the main game, by way of said sacrifice, they schemed to escape by working together and having Keiji win the vote. I suspect the 5th trade that followed was Miss Sarah and Keiji making a bluff. They just picked 2 random commoners to have a trade. Then the sacrifice is Keiji? That's all a wild fabrication. I mean, the sacrifice I had was taken away by the 5th trade. So spouting nonsense to lead everyone by the nose. If my reasoning is correct, Keiji is the sacrifice, and the sage is... Miss Now, perhaps? I'm the sage? Yep, so it may well be fine to have Miss Now die this time. Wait a second! At the start, you said you were the sacrifice. Yep, that was a lie. I'm a commoner. No way. Then wouldn't you be in the same boat as me? I see. Guess choosing anybody but Keiji is the same in the end. Then let's vote for Kana, since she's the least valuable. So...
Enough. It's been a long time since I've hated somebody this much. Here's a friendly little police report. I've long since used up all my tokens.
And you want me to just believe that?
So, you're just dying to say I ended up being the sacrifice, aren't you? Unfortunately, I'm the keymaster.
Huh? What are you saying? The keymaster is Q-taro, though.
Looks like we got him good. My real role is Sage.
Q-taro's the sage? Did you 2 were discussing near the end, didn't you? Impressive. Ridiculous. That's impossible.
It's possible, alright. And as the sage, I'm making an announcement. Keiji's without a doubt the keymaster.
It can't be true. That's all?
You are on the right track to think accomplices, but it wasn't Sarah I teamed up with. It was Kyotaro.
Whoo! I like how this is going. Get his ass, Keiji.
Let's tell the truth of the 4th trade, shall we? The trade between Mr. Policeman and Kyotaro. First, when So betrayed me with the sacrifice, I went stomping around in a rage. When I heard what happened, I proposed to Kyotaro that we team up.
And so in the 4th trade, Keiji and Kyutaro's cards got traded? The 4th trade sure ended up pushing the loner now, meow. Hold on, Kyotaro, weren't you passed out during the 4th trade?
That said, when I first spotted him, I just pacified him since he was pissed. But I ended up talking with Kyotaro when we thought things over. In the fourth trade, I traded with my card with Kyutaro's Keymaster. But actually, I went and did this trade myself while Kyotaro was passed out. Seems Kyotaro figured it out during the main game and was able to put the story together. It's all owed to the power of that card, even noticing of Kyutaro's Keymaster. So trade 4, I guess I don't need to keep this notepad document open because it's in here. So, Keymaster during the 4th, and that would make Kyotaro the Sage. Okay, cool. Then who'd you trade our sacrifice to? First, when so betrayed, yep. God damn it. Extract. Seeing you acting funny, Sarah, I was convinced the sacrifice had moved to you. I wouldn't let it stand. I decided I'd knock him down and take my tokens back. Keiji noticed me then and came to talk. He persuaded me to give up. Didn't know what So was thinking after all. And so I trusted Keiji and had him take custody of all my remaining tokens.
All of them? I mean, Keiji couldn't do the trade could do the trade himself, but is he panicking? He hasn't worked out his logic? I'm sure Mr. Policeman was burning with the desire to see justice carried out, meow. He used the whole 50 tokens to trade cards with Muscle Gorilla just to defeat the loner, woof. Huh? Before Mr. Policeman said he didn't have any tokens at the 4th trade, meow. Then he couldn't have traded, woof. So in the 4th trade, I'm getting confused. Hold on, I gotta double check everyone and look at their... Alright, statements. So Keiji noticed, handed Keiji all my tokens. It would be these two, yes? Oh, I need verses. You gave him all your tokens, meow?
Sure did, and it seems like that landed way outside So's ballpark.
Shut up!
Running out of leeway, are we?
I've still got doubts. I can't be convinced with just that. After all, Keiji, why were you able to know about Q-taro having the Keymaster? Isn't the only way to do that during the main game with the Sage's power of clairvoyance?
Huh, so you still don't know. Okie dokie, let's resume the discussion.
Can the Sage use their power at any time? We were able to extract a new statement from So. I just have to keep going.
So loses it.
Alright, and then we use this here, right? The power of that card. You don't mean...
Yeah, the Sage's clairvoyance, of course.
The Sage could use clairvoyance even outside the main game?
That's what the tablets are for.
You intentionally didn't mention it.
Unraveled all the mysteries now. This should prove it. Mr. Policeman used clairvoyance to see Q-taro's Keymaster. Then I made the 4th trade to swap Q-taro's Keymaster and my Sage.
And now...
Wait.
Wait. When did you get Sage? No, that doesn't make sense. Then I made the 4th trade to swap Q-taro's Sage and my Keymaster. And now, there isn't even a need to discuss the 5th trade anymore. I'm convinced of your victory earlier, you confessed I'm a commoner.
Any other questions?
No, there's something odd about Keiji's story. It'll become clear if I look back at the trades so far. The card I had at the first was Commoner, Keiji's was Keymaster. And in the first trade, the Keymaster was sent to me, and my Commoner to Keiji. Next, the second trade. The sacrifice went to Q-taro, and his commoner went to someone else. Next, the third trade. So initiated a trade that sent me the sacrifice and Kyotaro the keymaster. And with the fourth trade, the keymaster went to Keiji and the sage to Kyotaro. That part's strange. Surely enough, it's the sage card. The sage is out of place. Keiji should have been a commoner the whole time. So, why did Keiji have a sage at the time of the fourth trade? He didn't. He's lying. That must mean... What do you mean Keiji's first card wasn't Keymaster? He gave it to us! What are you talking about? No, that's not it. Because Keiji was able to see that Q-taro had the Keymaster. So it's true that he had the sage. Did he send us someone else's Keymaster then? That also works. Keiji's first card being the Keymaster. That was a lie. Keiji had the sage from the beginning. And so his clairvoyance let him see who had the Keymaster from the beginning too. Oh! So we could that. That's super clever. I like that a lot. I woke up my cat. Which is why in the first trade, he could make me and the person with the Keymaster trade. But if he did that, hasn't he been lying to me this whole time? Are you really going to vote for So? Now? Something's not right. We should discuss this a little more. Don't be stupid. You're a candidate now. If the discussion leads to you getting picked. I'm afraid too, but I just get a weird feeling. Did the sacrifice make its way back to you? Or back to you? Because I assumed at the beginning you had it. I think the sacrifice made its way to Now, though. Are we sure So is really a commoner and that Keiji is the Keymaster? Now, something is odd. You're exactly right. There are still mysteries remaining. In the fifth trade, why did someone trade for the sacrifice I had? And the other party was a commoner. This isn't a problem we can ignore. Yeah, Meow. This fifth trade. We should talk about it some more. Woof.
If by any chance we pick the sacrifice, we're done for, you know.
We shouldn't need any more discussion. Keiji? Digging up old conclusions is just gonna make us more lost. It's your turn to die. So, that's how it'll end. No. We can't do that, Keiji. As long as we have time, we should seek the truth.
Alright. Let's do it. We'll discuss the roles of the four who are in the final vote.
There's someone who moved Sarah's sacrifice via the fifth trade. If Keishi's the Keymaster, So, Kano, or Now should be the sacrifice, right? Is the loner really a commoner, Meow? Should we believe that? Woof.
It's alright. So was convinced the whole time that Sarah traded away the sacrifice.
In other words, Kana or Now, which of one of them would have the sacrifice? I don't believe it. Keishi and Q-taro are lying. Why do you say that?
Damn it! Damn it!
So isn't seeming very persuasive at all. So you're just panicking still.
That's to say, So fell for Keishi's trick. The location of the sacrifice or any other card. He didn't know one lick about the truth.
I also like how the game has been like fooling me as like, because the way I've been thinking is honestly very similar to So. You know, like how I've been suspecting people. So like the game totally had me fooled as well. And I like that, but I'm also not panicking like So did. I'm just impressed by the game's audacity, if nothing else. I think it's awesome. But like, again, I like how I've been thinking very similarly to So. It's just in terms of the conclusions I've been drawing, but been biting me a little bit. Ernie card.
He didn't know one lick about the truth. If he'd stolen my tablet when he knocked me out, maybe he could have learned of my card. But I kept it on me at all times to avoid just that. Kept it tucked beneath my clothes. So didn't have a chance to do tomfoolery. He's a commoner.
Then whose tablet do I have?
It's just painful to think it over anymore. Vote for So, and let's end this, Sarah.
So, Kana or Now should be the... Sarah, you really didn't have tokens, right? You didn't hand someone the sacrifice? Please believe me. Alright. In that case, it's gotta be someone with tokens who made it to the final vote, yeah? So, or Kana? Is there any possibility that his Keymaster was sent somewhere else at some point? Kyutaro's sage power should have let him see that Keiji is the Keymaster. And is that possibility 0? What if it's all just the loner lying? Woof. Well, I mean, we know the loner. Him not being able to refute anything is weird, meow. Could it be he's actually accomplices with Bucket Girl and putting on an act, meow? I don't think so. Keiji, what is this about?
Wait, did I choose the correct item? I think I accidentally hit the victim video. There we go. That's tablet for sure.
Q-taro, you're saying you had your tablet on you at all times, yes?
Yep, take a look. It's right here.
And when you woke up, where was it?
On the table in the Last Supper room. On the table?
I'd call that being off you, meow! As I thought. That table Q-taro has is now a spare. This tablet I picked up was lying near you when you were passed out.
What'd you say?
I would assume this is Q-taro's original tablet. The question is, why was it lying on the floor? So must have took it if these are the only two options, because if Q-taro put it in his clothes, then like, he wouldn't have just dropped it. It's because So took the tablet from Q-taro.
What?
But they're locked by fingerprints, woof.
Sure, but while near him, he could bypass that by simply pressing the fainted Q-taro's finger to it. And so we arrive at an outrageous truth. What do you mean by that?
Depending on when So looked at the tablet, he might have seen through our entire strategy.
What?
The worst time for it would have been after the 4th trade. That's when Q-taro had the Sage and I had the Keymaster. If he saw the tablet then, he could use Q-taro's Sage power to know that I was the Keymaster.
So So's just been acting fooled?
Shoot, you got me. Damn. Well done, So. Fooled me, too. Or not. Wonder if I'm acting right now. Or maybe I'm telling the truth. So...
Not good. Now there's the possibility that So has the sacrifice.
So as it stands, there's no way we can vote for So. But that doesn't mean we can just vote for Kana or Now, either. Oh. Well then, let's resume this discussion, guys. We'll discuss who it's safe to vote for. So. Man. Like, there's so many moving parts with this, and they move around so well. I love this. And it keeps having it, so, like, I figure out what's going on, like, when, because I think I'm pretty good at looking ahead, but this game has just, like, been really making it so I figure out what's going on as it's going on, which is really awesome. I enjoy that a lot.
We've got to find the one with the least chance of having the sacrifice.
So's an absolute no-go. He's the most likely to pull this kind of trick. But between Bucket Girl and Big Sis Now, is there any real difference?
You'd need a certain amount of tokens to take the sacrifice from Sarah in the 5th trade.
But between Bucket Girl and Big Sis Now, is there any... All I can think of is tokens, meow. Bucket Girl had a lot, and Big Sis Now only had a little, woof. What do we even do now, meow? Meow. Tokens. But I can't choose Now or Kana, damn it!
If you consider the token counts, you'll get your answer. But I don't know the aim of the one who did the trade. What possibilities are there?
So, these two?
Like Gin says, Now hardly had any tokens. Surely, she couldn't have been the one to take the sacrifice from Sarah. Then, is Now the one with the least likelihood?
Wait, please. Isn't right. Big sis now. Least likelihood? Are you going to kill me with such vague reasoning? Please, have another discussion.
You're right. We can't end this discussion. What are you saying?
I just remembered something. There was a way anyone could get tokens. Miss Sarah, you know it too, don't you? A way for anyone to get tokens from Alice's body, yeah. Because apparently he didn't have any tokens. By stealing tokens from Alice's body, and now was in there for a while. I knew you could do it. Big Sis Now wouldn't do such... I completely forgot about Alice's missing tokens. Damn, that should have stuck out to me. But if it's true, when I went to check the body, the tokens were already gone. And now was closely inspecting the Room of Lies.
Nah, it ain't just Now who could have done it. Couldn't any of us have gotten those tokens?
In other words, everyone has the potential to possess the sacrifice. It all ends with a game of trust.
And that last action is going to be the key. What were each of us doing at the time of the 5th trade?
As in... just before the main game started, meow?
Hope you can find the sacrifice. We have to determine based on So, Kana, and Now's actions at the time of the 5th trade.
I was sitting on the stairs, thinking back on everything that had happened.
I was on the laptop in the winner's room the whole time.
Will you believe that? No, yeah, I saw you. I was there. Kana wasn't really doing anything, just wandering absent-mindedly.
Did anybody see what those three were doing?
I was with Now on the stairs for most of the time. I was searching all by myself to see if there were any other exits, meow.
Your friendly policeman was shoving aside rubble. I don't know a thing.
Can confirm. Gotta question you, Kana. Are you hiding something, Kana? Come to think of it, I feel like you were the only one I didn't see around then. Really, where were you? I mean, I was looking for something I dropped. Something she dropped?
Okay. Did anybody see what the three were doing? If only I hadn't passed out.
I was on the laptop in the winner's room the whole time. Will you believe that? There was also a ring-up box right in front of me. What do you think, Miss Sarah? I can't take So's claim seriously. Was there a ring-up box? I don't remember. I eventually went to check the rubble-blocked exit. It was always the same hopeless situation, though. So I don't know what Now was doing in that time. The hope of escape had vanished. I couldn't even stand up. Everything I'm saying is true. Sarah, please save me. I think So did switch our card with someone, but he switched it, or I don't think So took the sacrifice. I think he just switched our card with someone. And that ended up being probably Now or Kana. I was searching all by myself to see if there were any other exits, meow. I didn't see those three, meow. Sorry, Woof. Come to think of it, didn't you tell me you found something while searching? Meow, yeah. There was a smartphone on the stairs, Woof. What? But it wouldn't even make calls. It was useless for escape, meow.
Smartphones. Were you looking for the smartphone, Kana?
Kana, was it a smartphone you lost? How did you know? Sure enough. I bet it's the same smartphone I found in Kana's first trial room. Gin, tell me, where did you pick that up? It was a ways down the stairs, meow. Sheesh. She must have just dropped it while we were all climbing the stairs, surely. That's not it. Think back for me. When we were climbing the stairs, So and Kana were walking in front. If she had dropped the phone then, everyone should have noticed. In short, this was only dropped after we all climbed up to the exit. Kana dropped it while descending the stairs. What did she descend for? Why did you try to hide this, Kana? Because... Big Sis Sarah, there's a message on the phone, meow. Right, that's what Kana's sister... Huh? It's a different message. Thank you. I love you, sister. Now it's Kana's turn to protect her big sister, because that's how Kana can atone. This... Please, give that back. Hold on. Did you write this, Kana? But Kana's big sister is already dead. Could it be the sister in this message is... No way. Us.